You're welcome. Like we said, we have an amazing guest today in the name of Miss Besem Mirabel. Good
Mirabel
morning.
Besson, correct.
Mirabel Besem. Okay,
Mm.
okay, okay. Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm okay.
Okay. So we are here to particularly dive into a scenario, some set of events that you have had the opportunity to have a close touch into it. And most importantly, it's not just to share, but it's to create awareness on
Yeah.
what is really what is really going on in this Arab country with our young African women that are go in the name of they're going to hustle, they're going to make both ends meet by doing most of the time they go in for this house care stuff kind of thing, and they always find themselves at the mercy of their employer that turn to abuse them in uncomfortable scenarios.
Mm.
Are we together? So, but before we dive deep into it, Madam Mirabel Besem, please tell us who are you?
Well, my that question is vague.
Okay,
On what aspect of me is it? Generally, who am I? I'm Mirabel Besson from
okay,
Manu. I'm a student and a teacher,
oh,
chemistry teacher, and still a student teacher too.
okay, amazing. No, some years back, you went out of the country. Which country exactly?
That's Dubai,
Dubai.
UAE.
How long did you?
I was there for 9 months.
9 months. Now there's this footage that I came across, this documentary I came across on social media. It was typically an investigation being carried out by CIA, which
Okay.
lasted for 6 years. So the investigation was focused on exploiting some websites that employers in the UAE have set up to
Okay.
sell black African women that they bring in the name of they are coming to work for them as
Okay.
normal house care jobs. But now, when these African ladies come, they seize their passports. They set them in very uncomfortable situation. Apart from the house chores that they are into, they tend to use them as we'll call it straight back as sex toys. And when the employers when they are done with it, they will sell them on such platforms so that another employer can buy them.
Mhm.
How true is that?
From my experience, I can say I got across one person who had that experience too while I
Okay.
was in UAE. But then it is not, I don't think sexual harassment should be the only thing that they should talk about. There
Okay.
are other ways that those people there, the Arabics, yeah, there are other ways that they harass young girls, not just young girls, even the young men too.
Oh,
Yeah, aside sexual harassment, there are other things. But I don't know if I should start with the story.
yes,
Yeah,
please,
because
please go
this
on.
this comes from my experience.
Yes.
Before I could meet this lady, I met a lot other girls, and it happened in prison. We were in prison, so
Oh,
in prison you get to meet a lot of people. You meet Tanzanians, you meet Filipinos. So a lot of them were there with different stories. I
yes.
met some who have been there for 3 months. Some have been there. Normally, the procedure they have there is that when you go to prison, for no reason, in case let's say you were brought from your country to work, and now while you are there, you are not able to meet up with what your employer wants you to do. Perhaps they want to use you for sex toy. Perhaps they are, in fact, the workload they have given is more than you, and you cannot take it any longer. You want to go home. Now they have your passport. There's no way for you to go. You're just bound to do whatever they want you to do. In case you escape, of course, they have your passport. And there, whatever an Arabic says, is what the government will follow. You don't have any say.
Wow.
Upon escape, if they catch you even at the embassy, you're going to jail. And whatever claims they lay, if they say you were doing this, that is what they are going to obey. You don't have any voice. Yeah, so it's not just the sexual harassment. Of course, labor too. They can maybe put so much labor on you that your body cannot take it any longer. Sometimes ill health.
Yes.
Yes, you have poor health. You want to go back home, but they will not let you go. because there they consider you a machine. You work as a robot. You are
Oh.
being paid. You are being paid. They know you have been bought for this tax, because the people usually, it's not the Arabics themselves who stand in for us to go into the country. These people disguise themselves as agents.
Yes.
They are number one to be blamed. Number two, it could be a relative who is trying to help you. Perhaps the
Yes.
relative knows that this family is in need of someone to work for them. It's not like that relative actually does not mean you well. He may be trying to help, but he does not have an insight of that family. Now, while you get there, they cut off your communication with that your relative. Whatever is happening there, you are the one facing the consequences.
The relative is not aware. The relative just have that conception that you're somewhere and you're doing well.
They are doing well. Sometimes we are even forced to take care of pets. They consider animals like snakes, they are pets. Dogs are, oh, of course, dog is a pet, but those wild animals, snake is, of course, we know that snakes are harmful.
Yeah,
They're
I'm
not
not
supposed to be
comfortable with
pets.
this
But
snake.
sometimes they impose on you, even if you are scared, you have to take care of them.
Oh.
Their pets are even more valuable than you, the humans. Often, even a chicken, or you will say they will do you. Yeah. So it's just like that. I don't think we should just, maybe we should just talk generally on the things that ladies, I will speculate on ladies because I'm a
Yes,
lady and I got
yes, of
first
course.
hand experience of what they are experiencing there.
So take us into this journey from you living here and going there. How were your first days there?
For my case, I will talk about this in two phases.
Okay.
The first phase is my experience.
Yes.
Now, the second phase will be the experience of other people. Now, my experience, I'm using my experience because it was not a good one. Throughout the 9 months I was in Dubai, it was horrible.
Wow.
But now the other phase is what people have experienced, because some people actually, it's not always bad, there's always a good side.
Okay.
Now, talking about my own part, before I left Cameroon, I really did not want to go. I did not want to travel, but there was so much pressure from family, because we have this belief, a lot of families, once they hear that you are traveling out, they don't care if
Where you're
it's to,
going to,
yeah,
what you're going to
it's
do.
to maybe a good country, or it's to a country you'll be enslaved. And ourselves are usually excited because that feeling of, yeah,
You'll be
entering a
going
plane,
out,
yes, for the first time, that excitement. But for my case, it wasn't like that. I did not want to go because my baby was small. Yes, I had to
Okay.
take care of my child. I had a lot of other things I needed to accomplish before even thinking of traveling. But then the pressure came so hard, I had to just, okay, let me go. It shouldn't be that maybe I don't turn out to be successful in life and they blame me that we wanted you to travel and
And you miss the
you, yeah, you
opportunity.
missed the opportunity. So blame
Yes.
yourself. So I just had no choice. I said, okay, I'll go.
Okay.
Now, when I left Cameroon, it was through my sister's help. She did everything for me. My cousin, actually, she was helping me. For her, she was doing it for me and for the family, because she believed that if I turn out to be successful, I'll be able to extend the help to other members of the family too.
Definitely.
But then, the family I went to, they had processed that visa. I refused. I told them I will not go. Now they got that feeling like my sister was betraying them. They felt like she wanted to extort money from them. Like she told them she was bringing in someone, whereas it was all lies. They had paid her. Now she had to convince me. That's where the pressure now came in. She did not have the money. She could not pay back what they had given her.
Yeah,
She
she
had
has
to look
already
for all
involved
means
you
here for me
to
to
convince you.
go. And now the pressure was frustrating. I just gave it. And I traveled. When I got there, okay, they were expecting. They have bought someone, the person is coming. They were expecting me. When I got there, I did not even see my sister. She wasn't the one who picked me up from the airport. I don't need to go, yeah, step by step. I stayed with the family 1 month, but my 1 month experience was enough for me to maybe pass on knowledge to other people who are aspiring to go there.
No.
When I got there, they introduced me. Normally, when you go, if you're going to perform a tax, sometimes there's someone who was doing the job before you came. So the
Definitely.
person has to delay until you come so they can teach you
That
what,
transition.
yes, that transition has to be there. They need to pass on the knowledge, what you are expected to do. You need to follow up with what the person is doing.
Definitely.
When I left Cameroon, I was told that I'm going to do cooking, chef, to act as a chef for the family. I did not know there were 10 of them in the family, six children, the mother and the father, and then two other workers. That makes it 10, excluding me. So when I got there, I knew that my occupation here is to cook.
Yeah, which
There's a cleaner. Yeah,
sounds fair.
there's a cleaner. She has her own tax.
Yes.
She was from Ethiopia. She has her own tax. I'm there to cook. Then the other assistant was still to leave. But the case, that was when I left Cameroon, that's the knowledge I had. But when I got there, it was a whole different scenario.
Oh.
Now, I will have to be up by 2 a.m. That's when I start my tax. 2 a.m. I have to prepare breakfast for those who are going to work. They have different time intervals. You have those who are going to work by 4:30. So breakfast has to be ready before that time. Then by 6, the second person is leaving. 6:30, the next person is leaving. So I prepare their breakfast and I prepare their lunch.
And you don't prepare all at once. You have
Not
to
all
do
at
it.
once. Yes, you finish with the first person, you pack. Finish with the second. You can decide to do it all at once, but it should be hot.
Very hot.
Yes.
This is breakfast.
If they need water for maybe, let's say, tea, they are just complicated. Today they will say hot water. You make hot water. They say water is not so hot. Tomorrow you boil. They say you want to kill me with the hot water. You understand? So it's not always just smooth.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that challenges, and they don't talk to you in a peaceful way. It's like it's a problem. You need hot water. Just tell me, make this water more hot. I can't do it. But you scold and scold, you shout as if it's a whole, and they take it. They have their families. You cannot offend an Arabic, even one person, and you go free. They have a whole community. They'll go to the group. Mimi did this today. I'm not satisfied. She did not boil my water. Today she boiled water. It was like she wants to kill me. The next minute you see everybody in the house is angry. They are all frowning. They start punishing you. They start punishing you because you boiled water and you did not boil water. Tomorrow they add your tax. They punish you. Okay. Like when you go to the kitchen, you have a whole cupboard.
Yes.
For flags, one person can have like 50 flags. There's flags for tea, there's flags for karak, there's flags for custard, there's flags for this. They can punish you all right. You have to clean all of that. You have to wash everything, wash your plates, you clean even the AC, you climb. You see me acting like Spider-Man. You go out the AC, you wipe, you clean the walls. If they come to the kitchen, why is the kitchen hot? The AC has to be on 24/7. And light does not go off, so the AC has to be on. Now, while you are there, the reason why it was so exhausting for me is not just because I was doing the cooking. Of course, I could cook if it was just cooking. I'll get up and then make breakfast while the first person is going, I'm resting. But then it did not end there because they already had that mind that I'm coming there as a work, I'm working for them. They need to extract whatsoever they are paying me, they should extract it back from me.
Yes.
I will make breakfast. It did not end there. I'll clean cars. If you're about to go out and know that this is your car, I'll check if I clean the car. Yes, I have to make sure that the car is clean.
Was it a punishment or otherwise a normal route?
For me, I was an African. The other lady, of course, she's an African, but she has been there and she speaks Arabic. So I don't understand their language.
The flow.
Yes, I don't understand their language. And another thing, because they know that they have paid my sister, it's like they bought me. Yes, they bought me to come and perform that task, so I needed to do everything that they tell me to do. They did not end at cooking. They told me I started cleaning cars. Now, when I finish cooking off, that time I'm supposed to be resting. I have to go and clean the cars. Now, when you come out, I have to monitor. When they come out, they don't call you to carry their food to them. You have to be attentive to ensure that as the person is leaving, you take the food. Now, when they're leaving, you carry the flags. You run along, open the car, put it inside, open the gate for them to go out. Of course, you're working for them now. They're paying you, so they need to extract all of that. You open the gate, they go out. When they come in, it's the same thing. Now the second person, you do the same. The third, okay. Now I'm done with all of that. I make sure I do my things on time.
Yes.
That time that I'm supposed to now go and rest while waiting to do lunch, because lunch is expected to be ready by 2. It depends on the family, but my family that I was serving, 2 p.m. Sorry.
2 p.m. Okay.
They expect that lunch should be ready. Now I should at least be resting since I've exhausted myself. I should be resting by that time, but no. Because I'm new and because I'm not almost like them, because when you stay long, you can speak Arabic, they start considering you like almost part of them. I will not rest. I will go and join the cleaner who is performing her task. I will join her to clean. They have about 6 rooms, 2 big parlors and the kitchens and everywhere. Now that time I'm supposed, imagine I've been up since 2. I'll join the cleaner. We'll go in and clean. Now the time when the cleaner is supposed to rest, I have to go and start preparing lunch.
Yes, because it's
I've not had rest. Yes. And they have cameras that they monitor you. They stay in their rooms and they're watching you through the cameras. Yes, they watch you through the cameras.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Now that time you're supposed to rest, you go to do lunch. When you prepare the lunch, you come and set the table. They have a lot of items you need to put on the table. Man, you don't miss one. So I had to write them down on a list and then snap so that if I forget this one, I have to check. And then they have their salt content. This person will say, "Find me egg, no tomatoes, with pepper. This one I want chili with tomatoes. This one." So if there are 10 of them, you're going to fry like 10 different different eggs. This person will say, "Okay, when you break mine, don't beat. I want to see the yolk on it." Sometimes it's frustrating, but then you have to do it. Prepare the lunch. You keep okay. Now after lunch, while I was preparing lunch, my colleague was resting. After lunch, you clear the table. You only eat after them. You do not eat before them. Yes, you eat after they have eaten. You clear the plates, the leftover. You eat. You cannot prepare your own food. If you have to prepare your food, you don't do it with their sink. When they are not in the house, but they have cameras. But then some families are understanding; they will not disturb you because, of course, maybe you did not want to eat what they're eating, so you want to make an African meal. But the way they react towards our food, somebody will see, "Oh yeah, it's like they've seen oil, they feel gross. It's like they've seen excreta or something." Yes, so you have to hide. When I'm eating, come and see me eating my small fry, and they chop my food and they hide now. You know, they're looking at me like this. What is this? What is that? I'm not gonna chop again. Yeah, so it was like that.
It means we're typically in a slave and master environment.
Kind of.
So, and how did you? I mean, from those scenarios that I really, how did you do to just make the
Papa, I don't give them. I was smart enough to not give them my passport when I just came. When they talked about passport, I told them, "Okay, I'll give." So they got busy too at the point. They did not. Yes, they just knew that they would get it from me.
Yes.
So before that, while I was monitoring the house, I was preparing myself. When I saw that I could not take it, I complained to my sister, because now the last person to enter the house, they have their rules. They don't stay out, especially ladies. They don't stay out till after 12. By 12, they're expecting the last person to enter the house. So you have to be up. Somebody will come. You're already at the door. What is more than you to just open the door and go in? You stand outside and call, "Mimi, come and open the door for me, please." You leave now the room, you come and open the door. You are in the room, the fridge is just beside you. There's water there. You cannot just pick water. Mimi, I'll have to run from downstairs and come up to pick water and give you. So it was kind of like they're enslaving us. We're acting like slaves because they know they are paying us. So there's no need. They are princesses and prince. They don't need you to do they don't need to do anything. You make their bed, you wash even their pants. You use the washing machine to do the laundry, but the madam will tell you, "No, I don't want you to do my pants using the machine. I want you to use your hands. I need it clean. It should be spotless." You wash big pants, wash and wash and iron. Yes, iron well. But then that wasn't my task. If it were just the cooking, it wouldn't have been a problem. But now,
yes,
I had to do the cooking and I had to do the job of the cleaner. We'll clean together, and so now when she got to be close to me, she just started assisting me with the cooking. But for lunch, she'll assist me. Now that 2 a.m. while I'm up, she's sleeping.
Of course.
Now when she wakes up at 7, while I'm supposed to go and rest, I will join her with clean. When I'm doing lunch, she may maybe help me to do salad or to do juice. After lunch, I'm expected to rest. I will not rest. That's when she needs to iron. I will join her to do the ironing. After ironing, Mimi, I need burger. Mimi, bechamel. Mimi, can I get shawarma? Mimi, can I get this? I'm back in the kitchen. Now, when I'm done with all that, I need to rest. We'll start packing trash, which is what she is supposed to do.
Yes.
Even when she tells me, "Mimi, you have done a lot, go and rest," the family will not accept. Why should I be resting? You're not even supposed to take a phone call. They call you back home. You are not even supposed to take a phone call. In fact, they're supposed to take your phone, but then they do that when they have taken your passport. They don't take it immediately. So I had the opportunity of discussing with my mom. I told them, "I cannot take this any longer. It's exhausting me. I feel sick and my body could not, I don't tolerate cold."
Yeah.
So now with the constant AC in the rooms, there's AC in the corridor, AC in the kitchen, AC, I came back with severe chronic bronchitis due to the cold. I was there for 1 month, but I was able to not have bronchitis, which is a severe condition. I was coughing at the point I would even cough out with blood.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it did not end there. It got severe when I was in prison because the AC there is 16. Sometimes when they want to punish us, they even bring it down. It's so cold. So those are, in that family, from what I can say, My sister was trying to help me, but she did not know that my experience was going to be like that. And when I told her to discuss with the family, she told me that if she tries the punishment, it's going to be worse. What did I do? I ran away. Oh. I run me for my life. Man, I never want to die for my house. I run me better die for street. Then now out there, it was a whole different experience.
Okay.
Okay, maybe this is something if I continue.
Just a quick one. Have you ever had those beautiful moments in your life that were not captured? Worry not, Fexify Studios is your one-stop shop. We offer professional photo shoot, cinematic videography, event coverage, weddings, birthdays, among others, content creation, enlargement, top-tier equipment renters, speakers, cameras, lighting, microphones, and MCs for your event. And guess what? We do have a space for your podcast and interview. And do not worry about the similarities of the background. According to the theme of your event, we could change the background from this to this to this and to any other background of your choice. Let us take care of your media needs. Contact us today.
No, no. Now the thing is, I just wanted to continue from you running away. How did you face the environment? Because given the fact that you're in a country that is not your country, you're running away from your employer. That your visa is attached to his to him. How did you face it outside there? How did you go?
Okay, the visa, I went with a visit visa, so it was not all attached to them. They did like I was just going on my own.
Okay.
Now, before I could leave the house, it was because I don't know. Sometimes, but here in Cameroon, I don't regret the decision that I made leaving the house. But while I was out there, I kept asking myself, did I make the right decision? Because it was not easy. So you see, even working for someone or going there to look for it is not easy. If you don't have somebody who is going to accommodate you,
Yes.
it's a challenge.
Okay.
If you have someone who is going to accommodate you, at least you'll be free from paying bed space. It's bed space. What do you go rent room? For rent room for then about 2,300 to 2,500 dirhams, which is about 1,000 dirhams. There is about 200,000, depending on the exchange rate in our currency. Now, when the rate is fine, that 2,500 could be about 500,000.
Yes,
it could be about comparably, could be about 500,000.
Yes.
So imagine you're paying that just for bed space. How much do you earn from work? How much will you keep for yourself for feeding and medication? How much will you send back home? So that is why most of us, we end up staying with people. Sometimes you just go and you meet an African, maybe a male, especially these Nigerians and these Ghanaians. They're terrible. In fact, all Africans are like that, but it's particular about them because when they will act like they want to help you, but when they bring you in to live with them, you are acting as their sex slave. You become their wife. You don't even need your approval. Of course, they're accommodating you. Now you keep asking yourself, if I leave, where will I go to?
You just find yourself trapped.
You find yourself back in the street. And then there's another thing that people have. They don't want to go back home. How will people look at me? My parents borrowed money, but this is nothing compared to your freedom. Go, they should laugh at you. Go. At least you came back alive, you came back healthy. You stay there, they are sleeping with you. Some even tend to cook food for sale. You prepare food, you want to go and sell. You're selling the food, you're selling your body. Food, maybe you're supplying food for 10 dirhams or 15 dirhams. 15 dirhams is about 3,000, depending on the exchange rate, or 2,500. Yeah. So if you're going now, maybe how long will you do that in order to be able to raise accommodation,
Nice.
to raise money for feeding, raise medication? The family back home is also calling. Maybe you have a child who also is depending on you. We need to pay school fee. The child is sick. We are at the hospital. So that pressure is what forces people to maybe engage in this prostitution. Not like they really wanted or they had options and they did not want to, or they were lazy. Okay, now diving back to me. When I left the house, before I left the house, see how I got to escape. The family had to travel. The problem there was the mother, because we had 3 men in the family, 2 sons and the father. They started warming up because they got to understand. They saw that I was really hardworking. But women, it was like a competition. To them, it was like the family, the males now like me because they have their eyes on me.
Yes. They're trying
so
to
it was a problem for her. She was not doing it as if she wanted to really punish me. It should be that there must be a mistake. Even if I do something as perfect as the word perfect, she will have to look for a mistake out of it. Why is the water smelling? You have boiled the water until there's aroma. Why? I'm not like, So you understand? So it got to a point I could not really take it any longer. I had to leave. And I had to escape. Even if I don't like one.
But wait, I want to understand how did you like you jump the fence? Did you open the door and just
No,
went outside?
no. So we had this. Had access to the gate because usually we'll go out to trash debts.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So I had already got in contact with my Cameroonian brothers. I had like 2 brothers whom we were friends here, and even city mates in Cameroon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
At least
yeah.
that
So,
thing that
so
I
I had
knew
already
from.
discussed with them, and the salary they were paying me was way too small for the work I was doing. 1,200 dirhams for serving a family of 10.
Oh,
Whereas you have people out there, since I was going new and I did not know,
yes.
you have people who are serving families. Let's say if they're working in the European families, they're serving 2 people and they're paying. That's a salary to serve at least 2 people at most.
Okay.
Now, if you have to serve that number of people, you should be expecting a salary of like 2,500 dirhams, 2,500, which is just fair
Yes, yes.
for the
Fair
tax you are
enough to
performing.
meet up.
But now
Yes.
they are paying me just 1, 2 medication. I provide medication for myself when I'm sick. If I have to send anything back home, of course, it's not supposed to be from them.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
if you have to deduct all of that at the end of the day, I'm just working. I'm just working for bills.
No, that you don't have. There's no
There's no
insurance,
savings,
no
nothing,
protection.
no insurance, nothing. So that was the case. Now I had to monitor them because they traveled. They went to US for vacation. That same day, I did not have to wait. So the lady, the mother of the house, she traveled with the 2 sons and then the 2 older daughters. The 2 younger ones who were the I feel describe. I feel it's not which kind of word for describing that picking them. The princesses, in fact, those ones were just created by God. They did not have to use any ladder. They just came majestically on God's palm and then He dropped them Himself. So you can imagine they don't do
Yes.
anything. Even to pure egg. The only thing that was left for us to do was to take food and put in
And
their
put in their
mouth.
mouth.
Yes. They don't do anything. Mimi, can you adjust my slippers for me? I need to go out. You come and put it before them. When they come, they leave the shoes in front of the door and go in. You go to the door and pick. So I could not really take it.
Wow.
Now, that same day as I traveled, I had to plan my escape that day. Despite that there were cameras, but I knew there was no one watching.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I had to use it. I could access the gate. So
That's typically in a movie.
yeah.
You
My whole, in
observe them.
fact, my whole life is just, I don't know if we'll have time. My whole experience, day by day, month by, it was, in fact, a complete movie.
So now, when you left there, because you said you made nine months there, that's 1 month. How
So
did you
that family I was serving was in Sharjah.
was
UAE, Sharjah, they call it Sharjah, yeah.
okay, Sharjah.
UAE, you have just like Cameroon, you have your own day, you have Boya, you have.
Yes, yes.
So that was Sharjah. I now left Sharjah and headed to Dubai.
Okay, okay.
Dubai is like, it's just like Boya to Cameroon.
Okay.
Their capital there is Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
So Dubai was like maybe an economic capital, I can put it that way.
Okay.
So it's as mobile as busy as Douala compared to Cameroon, but
Okay.
in terms of being classic, it's compared to Buea. You can
Okay.
put it that way.
Yes.
Now, so I left now Sharjah and went to Dubai. While I was leaving the house, I was so excited. Oh my God. It was like I've gained freedom and I'm going to get a job. It's going to be easy. But trust me, I asked myself if I made the right decision leaving the house.
But you were going to meet your fellow Cameroonians there.
Normally
it was supposed
It's
to
not
be
like they kept a job for me. I still had to go and job search. I had to hunt for a job. They did not keep any job. They were just helping me to leave that situation.
So how
Because they themselves understood, while I was chatting with them, they understood that it was slavery because the tax, I was not just doing the cooking. I was doing cooking and cleaning. I'm serving the entire family.
Yes.
I go to bed at 12 to wake up at 2. What
Oh.
time do I rest? So round the clock, I was just working. Yes. So now what they did was they had to assist me with accommodation for that
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Now, while I got a job, I started paying back. But before I could get a job, it was not so easy. I left on the 1st of January 2024.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
This is 2026. I've been here for 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah. 2024, 1st January. Yeah. And I got there. I did not get a job immediately. I had to move to different towns, different Emirates to get a job. I went to Abu Dhabi for interviews. I attended a lot of interviews. Went to Abu Dhabi, went to Ashman, went to Ras Al Khaimah, stayed in Ras Al Khaimah for a month. I could not get a job there. I had my CV. I can do hair very well. I'm a hairdresser. Also, I can work in the lab technician.
Yes.
So I had CVs for all of that. I have my certificate for that. But then it wasn't really easy to get a professional job, like going to work at the
Yeah, like
hospital.
having a classic
Good.
job kind of thing.
When you go there to get a job, this is what people don't know. They ask you, we need experience. Do you have experience? 2 years experience to Dubai. If I've not gotten the job, how will I get my experience? Just the mere fact that you don't have that experience, that 2 years, or maybe sometimes they even say 3 years, 4 years.
And it should
experience.
be in Dubai.
There in Dubai, working in Dubai, have you had experience working here for 2 years? Have you had 3 years experience? That experience is already a disqualification for you. You cannot, no matter experience, no matter how expert you are, except it's somebody who really needs a worker who is not like the Arabic people, yes, desperate, yes. But just the fact that you don't have that experience, a disqualification, their certificate does not count.
Oh,
it doesn't.
So how did you finally do to get a job?
Now I could not get a job. I stayed in the house February, that January, throughout January, February, around March. There's this we have different platforms. We have those like LinkedIn. I still have some. There's this LinkedIn. There's forgotten this name. Yeah. Indeed.
Yes.
There's Indeed. There's LinkedIn. We go there. You drop your credentials.
Yes.
If there's a job, you send their email. You send them an email. When there's maybe if your CV matches with what they want, they call you for an interview. But it is just a complete waste because you go there, they want that experience. If you don't have it, they disqualify you. Then sometimes you go, they say, okay, we need you. Like if I go in for hairdressing, they will need you to sample. You try to do a sample. Like I went to Dubai. I'll use this example. I went to Abu Dhabi. The first time they called me, and to leave Dubai to Abu Dhabi is like 100 dirhams. 100 dirham is like how much? About 32,000 in France.
Yes.
So you pay 100 dirhams to go, 100 dirhams to come back. That's already 60 something.
Yes, about 65 already. Yes.
The first time I went there for interview, they said we need their sample. I showed them the samples I have in my phone. They said, okay, you will need to breathe on somebody's hair. They gave me a colleague I did the sample on. She was impressed. She told me, okay, go. We'll call you. I left. Now when I went, they did not call because they asked, do you have experience? I told them I just came in. I've been here for...
You can do it.
I can do it. But they want Dubai experience, UAE experience.
Being that milieu.
You have been here for 2 years. To them, they should expect that at least that time you can be able to interact with customers. Some of them will come, they don't even know. They don't even know how to speak English. So you need that, yes. I need to speak like them.
Okay.
I left there. When I came, they called me again. Oh, Mimi, we will need you. You can come and sample again. We need to see your sample again. You know that day you did it on your colleague and your colleague might be lying that she's not feeling pain. We need you to sample on a customer. I went, they gave me a client. I did. The client was so impressed. I like this job. You're so good. Now they said, it's just one customer. We're not sure. You need to you need to sample on other people. You have to be here for 1 week. During that 1 week, you stay with us for free. We will not pay you. Yes, accommodation we're giving you for free. We'll give you breakfast. Maybe you provide lunch and dinner for yourself.
Okay.
Then for that 1 week, we will not pay. Then after which you will go back and then we'll see if we are satisfied. Then you come. I was like,
Maths.
So 1 week is not enough for you to just give me the job. So after that 1 week, I'll have to go and then come back again. So what if now you disqualify me? I'm here working for you. I'm feeding myself. I paid my transportation to come here, not like you paid for me.
Yes.
I'll have to still pay to go back and wait. Now, when you approve, I'll still pay another 100 dirhams to come. Again. So immediately I told them, I cannot do it. I'll have to go back and look for other jobs. Went and continued. That was where I left now to Rasakema, where there was another Cameroonian brother who took me in Oben. I stayed there with him too. He gave me a bed space. But then it was just until I could get a job.
Okay.
There too was not fruitful. I went to malls, went everywhere, no job. I came back to Dubai. I told him I cannot stay. Then Rasakema is like Manfe compared to Cameroon. It's like Manfe.
Okay.
So I stayed there, no job. I went back to Dubai. Stayed in Dubai. Then now in one of those groups, then aside the Indeed and the other platforms where we could get jobs,
yes,
we have like where I was living is a international city.
Okay.
We had now our group for international WhatsApp group.
WhatsApp, yes.
For international city, and then for the room where you are, there's another group. Now, when you go to where you live, like the international city, you have different buildings that have Africans, and those groups consist of the Africans. You have Filipinos, they have their own groups.
Okay.
Ghanaians, they have their
Yes.
own like
Yes.
that. So usually we'll go there if you are in need of a job. You go and put your CV there. If somebody maybe sees a job
You have an
that
opportunity.
accommodates your abilities,
Yes,
they'll
just
contact
think.
you. So this Nigerian guy, when I applied there was a job where he worked in a pet shop. That one now they sell dogs. Yeah, pets. I know all name for dog as she does. Yes, I can groom dogs. I can do everything, vaccination and the rest. But then I'm not a veterinarian,
Yes.
so I could do that because of the experience. He came and said there was a job, but then to get the job you have to pay. That is the bad thing about Africans.
Oh.
I'm looking for a job. Where do you think I've gotten the money that I should pay you? Maybe money that I could have been paying for transportation. Now I will pay you 150 dirhams. Sometimes 150 now, I pay 500 dirhams. That's about 100,000 in francs.
Yes.
In Nigeria, about 200,000 that.
Yes. 250 even.
500,000 for a job and I even get them. Now I'm desperate. I really need a job. I've been here for months. Person why they stay with it, so maybe go to put either small time after pay.
Of course.
I was patching with someone. I won't pay that money. They took me now to the shop, introduced me. They were excited. Yeah, we've been looking for someone. Immediately, since the guy, they already knew him, he works there, he already owns his own pet shop there.
Okay.
Now they brought me in. They were like, okay, they'll give me a visa for 2 years. That's a work permit. I'll work with them, after which, if they're satisfied, they'll give me a visa. Now, when I started working there, they liked it. You are so hardworking. We like you. You work so well. But then it was the manager who was around. The owner of the shop was from Turkey. He was not there. So the manager now was from Philippines. And then my colleagues were Filipinos. You need to ask about Filipinos, I'll tell you. Very jealous people.
Oh.
Jealous minded. They can sit, and if they see that you are doing well more than them, they can gang against you. Like they can just within them, they can do something to make sure that you leave that place, just to endeavor that they bring another Filipino who is like them, who is not going to maybe outshine them.
Okay.
So while I was there, I did my best. Now the tax, oh my God. When you go in the morning, you have to take out the pets, you bring a big cage, you put them in. I was picking poop. This poop from the dogs. If they vomit, you put on gloves, this transparent hand gloves. You put on gloves, you go and pick the poop, you clean their cage. You clean their cage. Yes, you clean the cage, you spray it, smelling. Now you go into the cage, you clean, you have to clean it thoroughly. You pack out the shredded papers that you had packed for them. You pick the poop. So constantly, after which you clean, you send them in, you give them food. Normally, after you eat, you need to poop. You poop again, you go in, you wash it. Then it does not end there. You need to give them shower. You take them out, you bathe them, and then you wash. You know them. Then you have to dry them. There's this pressure pump that they use to dry them. Now, in order to air dry, they are scared. They have to. They will move around, carry their legs up. They have some big dog mash my chest. That almost collapsed. Some big dog mash my chest. So it was a giant dog. They brought it in. Okay, everybody was scared to give a shower. Now, as an African, they say, "Mimi, go and do it."
Yes, you can handle it.
See, it's not like you had a choice. You're just struggling to keep the job. They never even give me a visa. So whatever they say, because you have not had a visa, and that is what young girls suffer from. Because you are struggling to get that visa, whatever they say, you will do it.
You'll do it.
Because you need the visa. The moment you disagree with them, they disqualify you.
It's finished.
You don't need to frown. If they insult you, you should smile. Somebody will tell you to your face that you are smelling. You smell like a dead rat. They expect you to smile. You need to smile. They don't need to see you frowning. So now I had to endure all of that. Sometimes I come home, I don't even have appetite to eat because of the poop. So,
all the
nasty things that you have to pick. When they vomit, you have to clean with your hands. Yeah, all of that. Sometimes I come, I even lost appetite to eat. So it was like that. But then with those people, now when the boss came, they have their cameras that record everything. When the boss came, the boss was appreciative. I like her. She's hardworking. And the people here are praising her that she works really hard. It's not like I was working to impress them. I was working to keep the job so I can at least get money.
You needed to do it.
I was a hairdresser, but I did not know my way around. If I say I'm plating, those people that the whites, they don't plait. You can only do hair for the Africans, and then
I wish they don't pay kind of
they
thing.
don't. Yeah. So I got now that job. They approved. Started working. When the boss came and was doing inquiry, they said Mimi works well. She's like this. We like her. And then another thing, we Africans, we are always see that you have, and she has ass. They start complaining. Why are they coming? They're only looking at Mimi. Mimi has big ass. It becomes a problem. Now, even in the vehicle when we are going to work, they don't sit close to me. Maybe you have big ass, you cannot sit here. Go and sit in front. You say, okay, I'm comfortable, I'll sit in front. Now later on they say, no, maybe you are taking too much space. Move, I need to sit comfortably. Look at your space. You should occupy an equal space like me. Even if it's not okay, yeah, just fit there. Yeah, they go. No, we don't like what is happening. When customers come here, they don't buy. They're looking at me, Miss Us. What should I do? I need to work. What should I do? Should I cut part of this? So it's a problem for them. You cannot look sexier than them. You know them, they like to look pretty, they do their
they're always doing this makeup kind of.
Voila. No, you can't. Is it my fault you have flat ass? It's a problem. So now the manager had an affair with the owner of the place, our boss. The moment the boss traveled, based on the good things that he heard, he was impressed. So he was already forced to make my document. But now, due to that jealousy and the fact that they approved me to be more hardworking, and they were telling them, you should try to work like Mimi, it became a problem.
Yeah, you became now the reference, which doesn't work for them. Yes.
How can an African be used to make reference to someone who is a Filipino, and they were all Filipinos? There was one lady from Sri Lanka.
Okay.
So that comparison became a problem. They now had one day I just went to work. I did so well that day. When I came, they would tax me with so much work. Hey, go and clean this cage. Maybe you are done here. Take this pet, take to the other shop. And there was another shop just directly opposite. That man sells snakes. Now when they removed me from work, let me say, before I quit. I had to quit the job. Before they could even tell me, Mimi, don't come to work. I told them that I already do not want to come.
Okay.
You will not tell me, Mimi, we are no longer comfortable working with you because you smell like the dogs here. Okay? But I clean their cages, I pick their poop. So how do you expect me? Do you expect me to be smelling like a goat when I'm treating dogs? Or you expect me to be smelling like a prince when I'm inside the cage? I told them, that one, there's nothing I can do. I have my perfume. I've used it. It's because of the food you eat. You're eating too much spicy food. You eat garlic, you eat this, and it's the reason why you're smelling like this. It's not because of the dogs. So what should I do? Should I stop? I should not eat my own food. But now when I bring my food, you see them. Mimi, can I taste? What is this? They tell them this is Eru. Eru, what is Eru? They are tasting it. They pick it up and they're looking at it. Now when I want to eat my small fufu, I'll go and hide. I'll squeeze my fufu under the table. Let's see. And I'm looking at you like this. It's all like a fantasy to them. I'm looking like this. But they'll eat that food though. Trust me, they'll come and eat it. Yeah, it's so nice that, but then they will insult you and tell you that because of your food, you are smelling. That the spices, when you have sweat, and I'm somebody who doesn't even sweat, so it was a child. My skin is always dry like that.
Yes.
Because, I don't know, it's my own nature. Okay. It's rare to see me sweating, except I'm doing sports or something.
Okay.
You're smelling, it was just an excuse for them to lay you off. And it is a challenge. Ask most Africans who are there. A lot of them have faced that. When they go to, they tell them you are smelling, you are like this, you eat too much spicy. They want to control even the meal you eat. Everything you do, they want to have authority over everything. And they just told me, don't come to work, I will send your salary. I said, no, me buying a pikin, I no can't work because you will send my salary, the salary that I worked hard for. So that I will stay at home, and then whatsoever you deem necessary or you deem fit for me, you just send. I told them that I'm coming. Time I go there carrying a war go day. Of course, they don't allow Africans to work in their shops there. So now when they see there's a time that this police will come around to check if there are Africans there without documents, or those who are there to work without their health insurance and the rest, because they need to check to be sure that you are fit to take care of those pets, so that you don't pass an illness to the pets that could maybe infect them in turn.
Yes.
They have to check all of that. So they did not do it. When they come for check, they will tell me to go and hide. So I told them that today I'll go and expose you. I'll tell them that I've been working here without the insurance and every other thing. So they became I told them, count my salary. I know the day I started, count everything and put it here. The manager ran there. They saw that I was really furious. Yes. She escaped. Now they counted and kept on the table there. Put my salary for my money, the more work, I go take my money, put it there. Now when you go with violence, they become scared. Eh?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
but when you're just timid, they will intimidate you.
Okay.
So that's how I was able to get my salary. Now I got the pay. When I got home, I said, enough is enough. I decided I'm no longer going out to look for jobs. I will be going around to play. I made now flyers of my work. I'll go around, go to bus stops, until the even thief bus. I'll go to bus stops and share flyers. They started calling me. And then I was placing. Now that's how I decided that I would leave. I was paying my rent from that. I'll go when they call me. I'll play. Sometimes I'll go to this Nigerians. You play. Some of them are kind enough. When you go back, they give you pack food and give you. It was like that until that particular fateful day. My visa had not expired. My visa had not expired.
Yes.
So we were just sleeping. That day, it happened. I don't know. That was 2024 still. If you can recall, there was a time that they had to deport a lot of Africans from
Yes,
UAE.
yes, yes.
They sent those from India, those from Philippines, and the rest.